Everybody say no limits. Yo, speaking of Olympics and that whole world, has y'all's TikTok feed been blowing up like mine with the Copa America soccer game videos? Okay, if you did not know, the first video I saw, these people, they were going through big soccer game that happened, what, down in Miami? Right? Down in Miami, big soccer game that happened. It was between Argentina and Colombia. Thank you. Dang, Alicia's still kind of tight about it. Between Argentina and Colombia, I know, yellow and blue. And while they was in the game, I'm looking at my TikTok, and I started seeing them go around asking people, hey, how much did you pay for your ticket? Somebody said $7,000. I just want to know if I can be their friend. Like, if you spending $7,000 for a game, what you gonna get me for my birthday? You know what I'm saying? What about Christmas? So they spent $7,000. Hopefully that was not just on one ticket. Some other people, it was talking about $3,000, $1,500, $1,700. Here was the problem though. They were not in the game. They were standing outside while the game was going on. Because people rushed into the stadium, broke into it several different times. People were literally climbing up the side of the building and getting into the air conditioning system and crawling through there and dropping out of air vents just to get into the venue so that they could watch the game. That'd be crazy. I feel like some of y'all would have done that, especially after Friday night. Anyway, all these things with Olympics. I'm on Netflix and I'm watching. They got a whole series that's out right now on runners in the Olympics, especially on the sprinters. Like, I've been watching that just because we've been in this series. It's been cool. But tonight, I want to talk to you about a sport. Man, some people, you might have seen it. People do it in high school. It's called the shot put. Y'all know what the shot put is? Y'all know what the shot put is? I think we got a picture. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's 11 years ago right there. That's baby Caleb. That's me right now. I'm 17 years old. I was a senior in high school. I think I graduated literally a month later, if that. And that was at the Florida FHSAA state track meet. I made it to state for shot put. I was the shortest guy. I'm 6'7", so that's saying a lot about how tall everybody else was. So I was the shortest guy, and I was the smallest guy. I was the lightest guy, but I had a good time, went to state. And I'm over there, and I'm with Jeremy. Can you come here real quick? Jeremy, y'all give it up for big Jeremy. Give it up for big Jeremy. Jeremy, come here. Jeremy doesn't know we're doing it, but so like I know like when you look at us now, it's like, okay, we're basically twins. We're basically the same size, but like imagine like that other picture, like Jeremy, like I was going against guys that look like this. Like, you ever heard from the people like, I'm just happy to be on the team? I was just happy to be on the team that day. I was happy to be there. They was like this. They had a beard like him. They had a wife and 5 kids in the stands and tried to say they was 16 years old. It was crazy. All right, you go sit down now. There was some big dudes I was going against, right? So in the shot put, you got this metal ball. Looks like a cannonball. Anybody watch Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah, it looks like somebody misshot and it put it in your hand, right? So you're holding the ball, it's got to touch your neck, and there's a bunch of different ways for you to run, glide, dunk it, kick it. You could do a spin, a bunch of different things, but seriously, there's something called the donkey. You go like that, and it's called the donkey. You just got to say that whenever you do it, and it gets you 10 extra yards. Facts. So you have the ball right here, and you throw it as far as you can, and you see how far you can throw. Well, at the qualifiers for the Olympics, there was a guy who broke a record with how far he threw it. They literally couldn't even measure it. It was outside of where they measured. I had been training him for about 3 years, and so I'm glad that he finally did what I taught him to do. I kept saying, you got to do the donkey. He wasn't saying donkey. I told him. JJ, that was funny. Thank you. Donkey. All right, so the whole point, you have this ball on your neck, and you're trying to see how far you can throw it. So I'm at the state meet. I'm talking with guys, and I'm trying to make it a good time because I know I'm about to get crushed. And so, I'm just trying to be like the jokester that's there. And so, okay, I'm not 6'7", I'm 6'3". So they're looking down at me, and we're having a lot of fun. We're playing a lot of games, and and it gets my turn to throw. And I'm super excited, and I get up there, and I'm practicing. I wasn't doing the donkey that day. I wasn't doing it. I was trying to tone it down. 6'3", big dude, you know what I'm saying? Didn't want to be noticeable. So I'm there, and I'm just going to do my glide, and I throw the ball. I threw it as hard as I could. Scratch. They have like in most sports, there's like an inbounds and out of bounds. I threw it out of bounds. And so everybody's like, hey, man, don't worry about that. They called me CT in high school. Hey, don't worry about it, CT. You're good, bro. You're good. You're going to get on the next one. I'm like, mommy. I was ready to be done. I wanted to go get a scraper like I was done. I just want to hang out and just chill. I had 2 more throws that I had to do. They go all the way through everybody. I throw again, scratched. Now, this is state. Like, there's people, there's cameras, more than a little phone. Like there's a lot of people that's here. You can get a scholarship for this. But all right, Caleb, you got to be on your P's and Q's. Let's go. So I get up there. It's my last throw. I done scratched 2 times already. So everybody real deal now like, what this joker finna do? Everybody's waiting to see. I get up there. You know what I thought about doing? Donkey, but I didn't do the donkey. I got up there, and I'm thinking about what am I going to do? How am I going to do this thing? Got up there, just go have fun, right? Throw it, guess what happens? Scratch. My one time going to state for track and field, you won't even find my name on the board for getting a score because I literally got 0 because I scratched every single time. Now, here's the thing. When you throw it, there's 2 different judges, sometimes 3. One of them is watching your foot, make sure you don't pass a certain line. The other one, they're making sure that you're throwing the ball in bounds. Imagine if I threw it out of bounds, right? I scratched, and the judge, just because he liked me, said, no, that one is fair. That one's fair. That's in. Come over here and mark it. How many of you would call that illegal? That would be wrong. Why? Because it was out of bounds, right? There was a way to do things. I did not do it that way. And then just because he liked me, he tried to change the rules to be more of a preference rather than a standard. And it would have been illegal. He would have gotten fired. My score would have gotten removed. It would have thrown off the entire tournament. And so here's what I want to talk to y'all about tonight. And we're about to break up and go into small groups. But here's a topic that I want to talk about. Where in life have you gone from having standards to having preferences? Where have you gone from having standards? This is what I will do. This is what I will not do. This is how I talk. This is how I do not talk. This is what I will do on a date. This is what I will not do on a date. This is what I will spend money on. This is what I will not spend money on. This is the social media accounts I will get on. This is what I will not get on. These are the websites that I will get on. These are the websites I won't get on. These are the Snapchats that I will send. These are the Snapchats that I won't send. Where have you gone from a standard, holding a line? There's what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, to then a preference where now you and I, we get really good at doing this thing called justifying. And here's what that means. You and I, we try to talk our way into why we did it that way this time. Like, say I'm trying to lose weight, and then you see me in my office and I got a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. I'll be like, Pastor Caleb, what's happening? I'm going to justify and say that it's my cheat day. And I need to do this because you got to get your macronutrients back up. It shocks your body. Your metabolism freaks out. And then it could help raise up your insulin levels. And then it helps to drop everything back down. And I can give you science to back up how a cheat meal actually works. But I'm lying to you. I'm doing it because glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme are really, really good. You and I start justifying different things in our life. The Bible speaks very directly to this in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. They're going to put the verse on the screen. Here's what it says. They say, talking about people who do wrong, they say that what is right is wrong and what is wrong is right. that black is white and white is black, bitter is sweet and sweet is bitter. How many times have you been applauded for doing the wrong thing? They made it seem like doing the wrong thing was okay. That was the good thing. Or the vice versa. How many times have I done that as a friend? There's friends that I have in my life, boys that I have in my life. I'm so grateful for them because no matter how much they like me, they don't change the standard for me. They like me, they love me, they're my boys, and we laugh and we joke and we have a good time. But they won't even let me get close to looking at something questionable that could potentially hurt my marriage. They love me enough to hold the standard and not to start changing some things. The Bible speaks very directly that you and I, we're supposed to speak truth and love. We're not throwing haymakers at anybody. That's above all of our jobs. None of us can do that. But the Bible does say if you love somebody, a lot of times telling them the truth, it's gonna make them feel so good. But then there's other times that when you tell them the truth, it might hurt, it might sting. And so the love part of that is, I'm gonna let you sit in that for a minute. I'm not gonna keep sitting here beating you over the head with it. I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna be here for you. I'm gonna love you. So, where have you gone from a standard, a way of life, a core value, a principle way of living, to just a preference? Ideally, I would like it to be like this, but if it doesn't, I guess it's okay. Where has that been for you?